Hello, everybody, and welcome to Watch Dan. Happy Friday. It's the weekend, so you know what that means. It's time to party. Just kidding, it's time for a watch review. But first, let's have a look at the wrist. Gino Silent Service. I reviewed this watch a couple of times now in a couple different scenarios, and it's on the wrist today because it's awesome. But we're not here for that today, are we? We're here for this beauty. This is the Casio F91W. This watch is iconic and nostalgic. So let's take a look. Now, this watch came out in 1991, and if it came out in the 1980s, it probably would have cost over $100. But I got this watch for $16.22 on Amazon. And you can find them on eBay for even cheaper. They also come in a variety of different colors now, and they've kind of zazzed it up a little bit. But I got this watch about a year ago, and I've worn it quite a few times. I wore it a lot when I was building outdoor kitchens the last couple of years. I poured concrete with it. My dog is eating food behind me, so that's that noise you're hearing. But this watch came out in 1991, and from the legendary brand Casio. Casio was founded in 1940 something, 1946 in Tokyo. They've manufactured anything from calculators to watches to actually tons of electronics and even musical instruments over the years. They started making watches in the 70s and became a dominant watchmaker in the 80s. So this watch is very popular for a number of reasons. It's got sort of a dark history, but we won't go into that. We're just going to talk about the positives today. So a little bit of information, just general info about the watch. It's 33 millimeter diameter, 37.5 millimeters from lug to lug, 8.5 millimeters thin, 22 millimeter lug width, which is measured right in between the gaps. There's no aperture tools or anything to get that strap off. I'm not sure they really want you to take it off, at least not on this model. And it weighs in at a whopping 20.5 grams. So I'll just go over some of these features this watch has today, because it has a ton of features. It really does. And it's kind of the one watch you would ever really need. Now, these things have been known to go for up to 10 years on one battery. I'm guessing that's for people who don't use the light frequently, but they just kind of go, and they go and go, and you can beat them up, and they don't die, they don't get hurt. It's got a kind of a plastic screen on it there, and big bold letters, we have water resist. So stay tuned a little bit later, guys, because I have a special feature today. So this is a charming and nostalgic watch. It's been called, the urban gentry called it the passport into horology, which, sure, I mean, this could be the first watch for a lot of people. And one of my best friends had one of these when we were kids, and he still has it. I think he's replaced the battery one time, and that's in 26, 27 years. So they're just awesome. Go anywhere, do anything, beat the heck out of it kind of watch. It comes with a date, an alarm, and a stopwatch, and it has a light. There's a little stainless steel button. This one powers the light. So it's not like a crazy good light, but it's a light that works, and it works pretty well. You can read the watch at night under any conditions. So I'm just going to look at some of these features here. This is the mode button. If you press that, it's going to go to your alarm, have it set for the time I have to leave to pick my daughter up from school. You go again, you have a stopwatch. You hit this button, it starts going. Now if you hit this button, you have a lap timer. So that's really cool. Hit it again, it stops. Hit it again, it starts. Hit it again, hit that button, and it stops, and it resets. And from there you go back to your day, your date, and your time. So very easy to use. It's actually not packed with so many features that it's complicated, and I really appreciate that about this watch, because it's just very simple. It's simplistic. It doesn't throw 100 things at you. It doesn't have 25 alarms. It has one alarm. That's all I need. I don't need a bunch of alarms. They just get confusing and there's too many modes to toggle through. So I just think it's a really good, albeit kind of small watch. On my 7.5-inch wrist, I'll make sure to get some wrist shots for you guys, but it's small, obviously. On the back we have Casio stainless steel, water resistant, and it's made in Thailand. What do you know? I'll screw on case back here with some Phillips head screws. So what I'll do next, I'm actually going to surprise you with what I do next. Why don't you guys just stay tuned and I'll be right back. The Casio F91W is resting nicely at about -0.3 of a second per day over 225 days. And we're back. Today we're going to throw caution to the wind in the name of science. We're going to test this big, bold claim that this watch is water resistant, because I'm very curious, aren't you? Let's find out. Well, we know it floats. You know what? I'm just going to flip it upside down. There we go. All right, guys. We'll let this sit for a while, and let's see what we got. Keep an eye out for bubbles, huh? Okay, guys, it's been submerged for exactly 5 minutes. Let's pull it out and see if it's still alive, huh? What do you know? It is water resistant. Oh, that's so cool. All right, well, that solves that. Would I go swimming with it? Actually, I probably would. I think it would probably be okay. All right, guys, well, the watch is still alive, so we know that claim of water resist on the front is accurate. Let's go ahead and pause this video, and I'll come back and get you guys some good loom shots there. All right, be right back. Okay, here we are, guys. So a 33mm watch on my 7.5-inch wrist. You can see it's pretty small. It's very unassuming and unpretentious, but it's an excellent watch. And people will see it on your wrist and they'll go, "Oh, this guy's got good taste in watches," because he's got one of the OG, original Casio digital watches on his wrist from the 1990s, which was a great time. I was alive then, and it was fun. All right, I'm just going to pause this real quick so I can take the watch off and get you guys some loom shots. We'll be right back. And we're back. Check this out. Boom. I mean, you can read the date, you can read the day, you can read the time. No problem. I think that's pretty darn good, guys. I mean, down to the second. And this one would go for 10 years like this. Maybe not with the light turned on, but I mean, it's just a lot of watch for a little bit of money. So I give it a nod of approval. I think if you're on the fence, just go ahead and do it. You're not going to be disappointed. My dog is going crazy today, guys. All right, well, thanks for watching. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. Really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, comment, and until the next one, we'll see you guys next time. Bye now.